Everybody, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. As y'all know, we've been gone to the Urban Homesteading Expo. Got back, wanted to bring you around, kind of give you an update of what's been going on at the farm since we've been gone and how things are going. As we talked about before, we fixed the pig pen where it's got electric line all the way around the bottom, and so far so good. All the pigs are staying in. We moved the pigs that were in the goat pen back here to the back. They're staying in too, and everybody is really happy. You can see a couple of them laying back over there. The only problem is I took the wire down off all of this um, old pin before, and so the stuff we had stacked up that was leaning against it, they've knocked it over and made it a bigger mess. We're going to get all that cleaned up. I was going to the other day, but there's actually some red wasps that have built inside those plastic landscape timbers, and so we're having to be careful, and I ran out of spray. We're going to pick some up to town today so that I can hose them down and get those moved and get all this cleaned up. We decided to do something different back here. We're going to pull all these posts up and take this down. Initially, we were going to do a peacock pin, but we've decided to change that up. We're going to do the peacock pin in a different location because we decided even if we use this wasn't going to be tall enough. We're going to do a lot of modifications anyhow. We're going to pull all this up and we're going to turn this into something completely different. So be sure to stick around in a future video to see that. It'll probably be when it cools off a little bit that we actually get that done, because even though it's the middle of September, it is still pretty hot out, and I am so ready for fall weather to get here. But like I said, so far so good with the pigs. We still got a few that are available for sale. Some of them we are raising out, and we've got a new home for part of them. But this is what's going on with the pigs. We're going to go around and show you. You all know about what happened to our chickens. We've done something a little different over in that pen. We're going to bring you over here and show you what's going on there. Okay, so as y'all know, we had the wild dogs that somebody dumped come in and wiped out our entire layer hen batch except for one chicken, a guinea, and two ducks. So this pen had stayed that way for a while, and we decided to get another use out of it. As y'all know, Ginger and Pearl, we had trouble with them trying to mess with the young girls' goats that we had in the other pen. Well, evidently they got super smart and figured out that the electric fence charger plugged up over there is what was keeping that fence hot, and learned how to get it unplugged. They did it multiple times. We never saw them, but that's the only thing we could figure out because we knew that we'd plugged it up and then we'd come out and it would be off and they'd be trying to get in the pen. So they're either really smart or it's just coincidence. But we put them in here. They've been doing great in here. They're happy together. As you can see, there's a little bit of hay left. We got to feed them again today. But we put hay out for them. With the drought we've been having, we were having to feed hay anyhow because there's just not a lot of grass around, or not high quality grass, because most time when you're walking around, you're just hearing crunching because it's so dead. So we put them in here, been feeding them. They've been pretty happy in here, got lots of room to run around. And the other thing, if you hear a bunch of chickens, if you look inside the little hut there, we've got a bunch of chickens. These are our meat birds. They're American breasts. We hatched them out last year or earlier this year, and we're raising them for meat. They were in a couple of chicken tractors before that were a little smaller, so we decided since this was not being used for anything, we might as well just put them in here, let them have room to run around. They're growing great. They still got a ways to go, but that way we could utilize the water that we have there and the feeder here. The goats can't really get into the feeder, and so except for where they make a mess with it on the ground, they can eat the corn if they want. But it just gives the birds a lot more room to run around than where they were at, and plus it keeps us trying to move a tractor every day that they were in. And so it was dual purpose. Like I said, in the spring or whenever there's more rain and the grass is not as dead, this would not be ideal, because that's the good thing about the tractors. When you're able to move them every day, they go to new grass. They are able to eat the grass bugs and stuff like that. But like I said, everything is dead right now from the drought. And so they're just as well off here as what they were in the tractors, because where we were moving them, there wasn't just a whole lot of real green vegetation anyhow. It was real short and everything. So they're doing great out here. It was a nice change up from what they were. And then, like I said, the other good thing is that we were able to utilize this for Ginger and Pearl, because them running around wasn't an issue until they tried to get in the other pen, and then there just wasn't time for that. We weren't able to get another roll of the fencing yet, and so being able to utilize this for that was able to save us some money and time, because it won't be too much longer. We'll be moving stuff up around and changing it for winter anyhow. Once we get things changed up for winter, I don't know if we'll need as much fencing or not. And if we do, we'll buy some more then and get things changed around. But we're going to get them split up so that they can't get in with the females right now. And this was the best thing to do for that. But another thing we haven't showed lately are the donkeys. We're fixing to go check them out, show you them, feed them some new treats. The cows really love those new treats that we got, so we're hoping that they will too. It's apple flavored, so I'm sure they will, but come along, we'll show you them. We're going to let you see Daisy. She still hasn't had a baby. We figured that she'd have it by now as big as she was. She's still as big as a barn, but we want you to take a look at her and let us know what you think. Is she going to have a baby? If so, when do you think she's going to have that? But we're fixing to run down, see if we can get them called up and feed them some treats and see how they like them. So come along.
Okay, so we had a little bit of technical difficulty and we did not actually have audio record for this portion. So I figured I would kind of narrate and let you know what all is going on. So we decided to come down here and feed the treats and bring you along and see how these guys like them. And there's Daisy. And if you can see, she has gotten so wide and she's actually kind of lopsided right now, with that right side of her body being a little bit bigger than her left. So we don't know how long she's got left until she has the baby, but we would love to know if you guys have any ideas at all about that, because we don't know. All these guys, you can tell, they're loving treats, but they're also kind of going, the pigs are going crazy over their feet over there. And Shortstack's definitely loving it, sitting there begging for treats. Oh my word, he just loves them so much. Daisy is a treat fiend. She tries to eat every treat that anybody has, even if it's meant for somebody else. Spice loves her treats. She likes to go and eat with the pigs and they don't bother her at all, but it's funny. Abby just thinks it is great fun to sit there and watch them eat and to feed them treats because they get so excited about them, and she just loves getting to spend time with the animals anyway. So Izzy is super excited because the horses came up and she was able to sit there and pet Penelope just like Abby is doing now. She loves getting to try to pet Penelope and see just how friendly she can get her. But sometimes Penelope likes to be touched and sometimes she doesn't, so we just kind of play it by ear and see what she wants to do, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not going to force attention on them. If they don't want to be loved on, then we're not going to make them. And I guess we haven't really talked about Precious a whole lot lately, but he's alive and well and doing great. He loves coming up for treats because he is definitely a little attention hog too, and he likes to butt in front of everybody else to try to get a treat. He and Comet are sitting there arguing, vying for treats because they both want to be the one with the most attention. You have had so many treats already today, girl. It is crazy how many treats she's had, but she loves them, and I guess she's eating for two. So I guess we'll allow it this time because she's just a mess. I told you a while back that Pancakes was not terribly friendly with us and hadn't been coming up, but looky there. Pancakes is sitting there letting Kevin pet her, which is such a huge accomplishment because she just never has wanted that much attention. She would come close and she really liked, getting to eat and getting fed treats, but she really didn't want to eat them out of your hand and wanted to eat out of the trough. So super excited about that. And of course, the progress with Penelope, I mean, we're still making more and more progress day by day. So that's really amazing. And I love getting to watch these guys eat because they're just so beautiful, and it's fantastic. We love getting to spend time with them and see the progress and how friendly they get day by day. It's truly remarkable, I feel like.
Yep, they are loving these new treats. Yeah, he doesn't. It may be that it's just too big and he can't do it. Here, Spice. Short stack. Yeah, I don't know if they're little enough though. Oh yeah, those are little bitty. They're probably fine. Probably break these up and put them in there. Here you go. Yep, y'all sure are getting sweet. Spice has calmed down a lot too. It's taken a while for her to warm up, but she finally got there. Yeah, old Betty had to get back to the feed trough. She does not like missing out on a meal.
These guys are so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Those are big treats.
Are you teaching him tricks?
I did Daisy. She goes high. Daisy.
Well, we're going to let them feed a few more treats, but we just want to bring you down, let you see, and see what you thought about Daisy. Put in the comments how much longer you think it's going to be before she has her baby. And if somebody can guess the date correctly, whenever she has it, we'll come back and look at the comments on this, and we may send you a free gift of some sort, a t-shirt or something like that. So go down, leave a comment of the date you think she will have her baby, and then when she actually does, we'll go back and check and see who got it right, because there's lots of that. But like we said, we went to the Urban Homesteading Expo this past weekend, and so we're fixing to cut to that, show you a few clips of that, let you see the good time we had there and what all went there. And it was just a really great time. Got to spend a lot of time with some friends. Didn't do a whole lot of filming, but we have bits and pieces here and there, so be sure to check it out so you'll see what it's like. And just know that this is just a small glimpse of what the big Okie Homesteading Expo is, which will be in March. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to get your tickets for the one in March, because it is great. Ladies in leather.
Oh.
Yeah, they're as far as you can see still.
We had this ground cover overhead, put zip ties on it, you put two zip ties together, they freeze. You put one in there at the bottom, and you track that in the same way, there at the bottom. We're gonna put the second one over it the same exact way. And then you just fill it up, the word runs out this hole. And when it runs out that hole, you don't get full. That's why you open water, fill it out.
Sweet stingers. That's good stuff.
This is the cheapest price point of all of our feed. It's not the pelletized. The pellets have capacity.
Aquaponics. Kombucha. Harvest dried, freeze dryers. They got freeze dried goodies. There's cowboy shorts. Hey. All kinds of great vendors here. This is amazing.
Okay, this one is 0301270. Oh. Wait, I'm crazy.
And so when it came down to like, okay, what am I going to do now? I was like, whoops, I guess that homesteading timeline got bumped up a whole lot. We'll just start now, like 10 years early. So we bought our property and started homesteading and started learning. And it's been a learning adventure. I didn't grow up on a farm. I grew up in the city. I actually embarrassingly didn't know a lot about this farm adventure.
Metal plates that I had, that they start out like I can. So that would just be areas of startup of the case. If you wanted to reproduce them and keep going, then you need a cultivate. So you need to start out, at that point, you need to make a decision on your cultivation. The reason I know this is because I've studied it a lot, and I wanted to know, basically, for a first-time person, it depends what you want to do. Do you want to go commercial size, or do you just want to stay small? And so you got to make that decision, because if you buy a little bitty geeky incubator that only holds 12 eggs, 12 to 24, then you're only going to be able to incubate that for just 17. Avian influenza, you have typhoid, and that's a completely free program to the state, which is awesome to me. But then you can narrow it down to that word, so you can take some property. Because you have to use it a year to actually be yours. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, we're going. If somebody go home with a $5,000 greenhouse, we will come set it up for you and everything. Get you set up. We won't furnish the buckets. You'll have to furnish the buckets or go in the ground if you got good soil. That's fine. We want somebody to enjoy a greenhouse. Then the second choice is, second drawing out of that greenhouse deal, we're going to give you 75% off of that greenhouse. All right, we got 3 buckets for kiddos up here. We have about 12 or 15 kiddos named, so let's see what we do first. I hear another winner. Right here, okay. He gets one of them buckets up there, yes? Either one of them for the kiddo, okay. Okay, the one that gets the free greenhouse, Leon Swampner. Who does that say? It's not me, I thought it was me. Thank y'all for coming and staying, and we'll see y'all next March, maybe over at the homestead, if they let me in. They may not let me in no more. I'm about to get too old for this.
We live on a 60-acre farm with our 3 kids. We do foster care, and we have adopted 2 of our children. And so we just share all about our lives to hopefully encourage someone else. Maybe if there's someone else going through something that we've been through, then we can help them and encourage them through that. So if I was going to be raising chickens, I would be rotating them about every 2 years so that I know I'm getting all the eggs that I should be getting, and then when it stops laying at age 3, 4, or 5 or something, I'm not having to continue to feed it. It's like the best feeders and waters and the best quality, all that. There's more out there, but what I like about these is I can start making them taller. See, that one has nothing, and the water will do the same, they'll grow. Once my chickens start going outside, I really like these rent-a-coop feeders. What Gary's doing right now is he's using the drill to make holes just like this right here. So you can buy, I bought this, all came in a box. This is the feeders, just like in the side of this. If you notice, it's like slanted up. If we put water in there, it would go like this, and that tells it to stop because it's full. As they drink out of it, it comes back up, it fills back up, it goes down. It just keeps doing that over and over.